Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I've got a big one tonight. Just the one beer. I've had a fairly busy day, so yeah, I've got work again early in the morning. So just going to do the one, but we'll make it big. We'll make it count. So it's a 10%. It's a pastry stout. I think it's called GLOU or GLOU. It's GLOU. It's the name of a bakery cafe in Wellington, New Zealand. And they have a special thing called the Crookie. I think it's like a coffee cream cookie. It must be like infamous over there. And anyway, these guys, Garage Project, who are also out of Wellington, they've teamed up with this bakery cafe and brewed a big pastry stout, and it actually utilises the Crookie in it. I can already smell huge coffee, so I'm pretty excited for it. It's 10%, so it's a big boy. I'll read what it says on the back. C is for Crookie. Mounds of, here we go, Michael Jackson. C is for Crookie. Mounds of decadently delicious GLOU baked cookie croissants. Oh yeah, so they're cookie croissants. Loaded into the mash along with almost 2 tons of malt, then topped off with Coffee Supreme coffee. Also, they've collaborated with a coffee place as well. Where was I up to? Vanilla beans and a touch of salt. It's a true monster, dripping with sticky sweet caramel and brown butter, balanced with black coffee and roast malt. It's good enough for me. Pretty cool can artwork too. So yeah, let's get into it. I've already poured it for the photo. I forgot I had this glass. It's sick as. So yeah, that's my fancy Garage Project glass. I found it right down the back of the cupboard. I needed to give it a real good clean. It's looking $1 million now. And unfortunately, my dogs broke one of my favourite glasses last night, so I'm not happy about that. You know, the Banks one I always use with the skeleton with the hat on it? That's broken now. So 2 of my favourite glasses have broke in the last few weeks. So pretty pissed off. It's all right if you can get them again, but when the breweries do them as special releases, quite often that's it, and you can't get the same glass again. So cheers to the chat. We have Joey. We've got Hamish. And Phil. Phil's here from the start. Good to see. Oh, I could go a breakfast like that for sure. See my hat, Phil? It's a English brewery. Track. Pretty cool. Only thing I don't like about it's like a real flat style hat. I've got a buff head, so it doesn't really suit me. I would have rathered like a trucker's hat or like a snapback sort of thing. So if you look at my standard hats, they're like this size. So they sit so much higher. So yeah. No, I had a shit of a day, dude. I had to do all this stuff to do with home, like real estate and tradespeople, and I did a lot of cleaning and just fucking around, organising stuff. I'd rather be at work, to be honest. It's what I hate about renting, the shit you got to go through. Hopefully I don't see him now for a while. Toasted sandwiches, mate. Nothing special. I was going to order something just because I'd had a busy day and I didn't really have time to cook or anything. So yeah, and then it just got to a stage where it was like I didn't really feel like it much. Cheers, Phil. 10-kilometer run, 30 pull-ups. That would have been me when I was about 20, but not now. Yep. I can't even remember how he speaks. He's got sort of a high pitched voice, doesn't he? And he's always chewing. Let's go. Yep. Just to add to what's already there. Not wearing socks. Yeah, what was that about? That was real weird. Yeah. I love the brewery though, Phil. It's my favourite English brewery. And it's like I just wanted some merch from them. And yeah, so I wanted a hat, but they just didn't really have all the English breweries I liked. They had real shit merch. Cheese and bread heated up. Yeah, it's just like too flat. Like if it sat like there, it'd be an awesome hat, but it's just a shit style. I like the colour. I love the logo. Like obviously I love the brewery, but just some electrical stuff, dude. So it was sort of a mixture of a few things all rolled into one. I had an inspection. I had some electrical stuff done. I needed to talk to him about all like a heap of other issues and stuff. So that's why I took the day off work because I needed to be here while they were here. I don't like people being in the house when I'm not here. I just find it, yeah, I don't know. I get anxious about it, especially too because the landlord fucks around, pokes around, going through cupboards and shit. Like he's very intrusive. Yep. That's a shame, mate. Cheers, Phil. Yeah, I don't know what. I had no idea what was going on. Sometimes there's stuff said by Juzzy. It's like he goes a bit too far with some of the stuff he says at times. I love him, but yeah, like even that night when we caught up and that incident happened, I was like, I sort of want to get out of this situation. Yeah, I just had no idea what was happening. So let's get into this beer. Yeah, go for it, Phil. Why not? Get a stout, brother. So yeah, it was a massive weight off my shoulders anyway, getting the people here and getting shit sorted. Because it's always something I stress about. Like I just hate when you rent a place and you're getting judged. People are coming into your home and going, geez, you need to take more care with that. It's like, fuck up. I'm paying huge money to live here. Should see, I've taken photos of the house, right, and the situation I'm in, and like I'm a relatively clean person. There might be times the bathroom mightn't be spotless or like the lawns might need mowing more often. But I'm a good tenant. Like I'm a tenant that you'd want. I don't fucking damage shit. I don't have wild parties here, and like yeah, it's like I'm the sort of tenant that people should appreciate. But I just feel like I get picked on all the time. Like she's going to me today, oh, I think you need a cleaner. I'm like, why the fuck do I need a cleaner? Oh, just for this, for your own safety, like for your own sort of health. And I just think you need a. I'm like, are you friends with a cleaner or something? Like, do you have a cleaner friend that needs work? Because you keep pushing a cleaner on me. I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm getting a cleaner. I said, I keep the place clean and I can't afford a cleaner. I don't have that sort of money to just be throwing away to get someone to clean the house that doesn't need it. So, yeah, I took photos of all the rooms just to show people how fucking ridiculous she is. I honestly think she's probably got a partner that owns a cleaning business or there's some hidden agenda there, I reckon. Yeah, you should get a maid. Like the bathroom looks fucking awesome. And like, yeah, she's going over it and like trying to pick faults and that. And it's like, keep going. I've spent a lot of time cleaning it. And she's like, oh, really? Like she goes, oh no, everything's looking all right. I still think you should get a cleaner though. Oh, fuck up. Yeah, that's what it's. And like you're living here. Like, as in, I could just say there was one time she goes, "Oh, there's a bit of your bath's not clean." This is like another inspection I had last time. Oh, your bath's not clean. There's a bit of dirt there on the side of the bath. I said, I've just finished work and had a shower. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Bloody women, man. Yeah, yeah. It's like when she goes, "Oh, it's good for your health to have a cleaner come in." I'm like, "What's a cleaner gonna do? Like, are they like magic where they can like get into like areas underneath the house?" And it's like it's got nothing to do with that. You're just making excuses. She probably gets like a bonus if she's able to get cleaners at houses or something. It just, yeah, there's definitely some agenda behind it because she said it a few times now. I said, "You guys can't even get my aircon sorted. I've been waiting for years now." And then she just shut up. I said, "My rent keeps going up and you haven't put an aircon in yet. So until then, there's no way I'm getting a cleaner." Yeah, exactly. I just reckon it's a way. It's also a person like they'll get someone in they know so that they can snoop around. It's almost like she goes today, oh, there's no houses available for rent in town anymore. It's that bad. So it's almost like they try and find ways to kick people out of homes or something. But yeah, she had no legs to stand on today. I kept shutting her down. As soon as I mentioned the heater and the aircon and that, I could have said, "Oh, I'm going to go to the rental board soon. I'm fucking sick of it." Yeah, that's what I was like today. I was pretty stern, But yeah, I was almost at that point where I was going to like get angry, but I was sort of like just stern but like direct. Yeah. It's like they think you've got all the time in the world to like you're paying like I've pretty much paid for this house. For the amount I pay in rent and how long I've lived here for, I've practically paid for this fucking house. And then they'll whinge about like minor stuff. And like I've had the landlord break in before. I've had him turn up and do jobs when I wasn't made aware. Like he's the fucking landlord from hell, but they love him because he owns so many properties. And they're always up his ass, and then they treat the tenants like shit. And it's people like him that are stopping me from owning my own home. I can't remember that. I've got to watch that movie again. I still haven't tasted this beer, so enough ranting. But yeah, as I said, massive weight off my shoulders to fucking get all that shit done. Obviously, they've still got to do this heating aircon thing at some stage, but they keep putting it back on me, going, "Oh no, you've got to organise it with them." They were waiting on a time and a day. I'm like, "No, they weren't. I'm waiting for them to get in contact with me. I'm not the one fucking organising it. You earn your fucking commission to when I pay rent to actually do shit. Fucking do something around here." Smell, actually, appearance first. So it's jet black. It's very oily looking. When I poured it, it had like a big, like tan head. I poured it real aggressively, like a nitro. So yeah, you'll see in the photo on the thumbnail, it had like a massive, like brown foamy head. Yeah, now it's got nothing. I've still got like probably half a can here and yeah, half in the. I haven't tasted it or anything yet. Um, Yeah, it's probably like medium body. And yeah, even though there's no head to it, it's got that creamy sort of appearance to it. Um yeah, as I said, like oily, yeah, carbonation's probably light. And yeah, that's about it with the appearance. Cheers, Juzzy. Good to see you settling into the new place earlier. You just need to sort that bathroom shit out though. What's going on there? Oh, massive coffee. Smells real good. Like a fresh cold drip coffee, like really bitter, rich. Got a slight touch of sort of like a milky vanilla sort of thing. I don't know if it's got lactose in it, but it's got vanilla bean. And yeah, you get like a sort of a biscuity like pastry sort of edge, some like caramel, almost like caramel fudge, and I would say like dark chocolate. Because of the chocolate and the coffee being so intense, it gives me like that mocha type quality. Whenever I go to a cafe, that's sort of my go-to drink. I normally because I love coffee, but I love chocolate as well. I like to combine the two. And yeah, hit the like button, peeps, as Juzzy said. Yeah, it didn't look. It reminded me when I stayed in a hotel in Sydney. They had severe storms when I was there, and the toilets were just completely flooded. It was really bad. Like I probably could have got my money back for the accommodation the 2 nights I stayed there, but it was sort of like it wasn't their fault. It was just because the weather was so fucking bad. So yeah, I just said to them, look, it was pretty average, like staying there during the time, and but I said I'm not going to ask for like a refund or anything because I just feel like it's something that was out of your control. And then they're like, oh, well, shit. They ended up like giving me meal vouchers and beers and stuff. So it worked out all right anyway. I just remember going to the toilet in the middle of the night, like real, like sort of like drunk or starting to sober up, and like you couldn't even fucking do a shit because there was just water everywhere. Like, yeah, how awesome is the glass? It's fucking unreal. So yeah, I was just saying before, the dogs broke my fucking good Banks glass now. So I've got my good Denver and Liley glass, the real expensive one's broken. I'm going to try and get another one from Carwin Cellars. I'm pretty confident I can get another one of that, so that's all right. But the Banks one was like a limited release. It was one of my favourite glasses, and yeah, I fucking woke up this morning and the dogs had been fucking around with something and knocked it off the coffee table. God, I was pissed off. I'm gonna email Banks tomorrow and just see if they don't have, because they could possibly have some left, or they might have used them for service, or they might even have some just sort of sitting around like in their warehouse or whatever. I'd be happy to pay full price for it, obviously, but yeah, cool. It'd be unreal having a drone. Oh, okay. Does it have a heap of space like your old location? I just couldn't get over how much space you had. It just looked like it was just, I don't know, like you just had way too much space and it wasn't getting used. Like I felt like we could have fucking done a sneaky and turned the room into a bedroom and stay there. Stay there on weekends and get pissed. Yeah, yeah, I could imagine. Anyway, what did I do? I had a smell and then I put it back down. The stairs are a problem. Yeah, they look pretty steep and like a narrow sort of staircase as well. Anyway, let's have a drink. I've talked about what it looks like and what it smells like. I'm pretty keen for this one, so big 10%er. Cheers, guys. Ooh-wee. If you are a fan of coffee, you would love this beer. That is huge coffee. Wow. So it's got actual croissants in the brew. So you get this sort of like, yeah, you get this biscuity pastry, almost like buttery sort of quality. But the coffee is so fucking intense. I feel like the main character you get's like coffee and chocolate and then vanilla, sort of not far behind. Like it's really roasty, but most of the roast is coming from the addition of the coffee. The base is fairly roasty, but It's definitely a coffee lover's beer. Something that you're not old enough to drink. Funnily enough, I didn't start drinking coffee till I was in like my mid-20s. Like all the jobs I had and yeah, like all that shit right up until sort of mid-20s and that I'd just like I'd either be just drinking water or have like a hot Milo. Milo's like a chocolate, like a malty drink. I'm pretty sure UK people have Milo. I'm not sure about US. But yeah, it's in a green tin and it's like a chocolate powder stuff and you add it to milk and it's fucking awesome. Possibly, dude. It's one of those things I'll have to see how I'm going with work and shit. I'll get back to you as soon as I sort of know. It's the same with this weekend. I could be in Melbourne. I feel like though if I'm in Melbourne this weekend, it's probably more than likely Saturday. Yep. They reckon in Australia the drone restrictions are pretty relaxed compared to other countries. But I'd say that's because Australia is such a large country, so we're less likely to have sort of like like airplanes and helicopters and that above where we are. Like you could imagine in like England and Europe and a lot of those countries because they're a lot smaller. They're closer to like airports and stuff wherever they are. Yeah, good old Mountain Dew. Yeah, I know, brother. The old sarcasm. Yep. Wasn't there a movie Milo and Otis? Yeah, I was too young looking when I was fucking. Even when I was like 21, I'd still get people asking me for ID, even when I was in the pub. It's like, I've used my ID to get in here. Now fucking leave me alone. Oh, surely you're not 18, mate. Where's your ID? And I'd show it to them. Oh, okay. I just looked really young right up until about probably until it's around the time I could grow good facial hair. Yeah. Yeah, apparently in the US they're a lot more strict than what they are here. There'd be a lot of military sort of restrictions and stuff. Yeah, let's have another sipperoo. I like it, and Garage Project's Impy Stouts are generally really good, but there's just something there that's like just lacking slightly. Like there's something that's stopping me from thinking it's like elite level. Like it's still really, really good, but it's not quite up to that like world class level that a lot of their impy stouts are. maybe it's the fact that the coffee's just so intense, it sort of overshadows a lot of the other characters of the beer. Because I know the Garage Project stouts, when done well, they're really, really malty. So you get this huge like flavor profile. But yeah, drinking this, it's almost like the coffee's just too much. So that's all I could sort of critique it on. I mean, I love coffee, so it's hitting, but yeah, it's just something stopping it from being like like a brilliant beer. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Otter's Promise. It's a bottle shop in Armadale, Melbourne. So I get Carwin Cellars as my go-to, or I will, yeah, Carwin Cellars is generally my go-to in person and online. But they've been a bit sluggish with some of their getting certain beers in and being a bit slow in the last sort of couple of years because of the takeover from Fox Friday and then the whole not knowing who was going to buy them, and then Carwin's getting it back, and I feel like they're starting to go better again now. So Otter's Promise was sort of my backup because they tend to get a lot of Banks and Boat Rocker and those southeast breweries like early because they're based on that side of Melbourne, and they only charge like they do like a percentage off if you buy say 10 craft beer singles, and then I think they only charge like $10 delivery. So they were sort of my backup, and I just remember this jumper, coming up for sale once, and I was like, oh, it's pretty sick. As far as the bar goes, I think I've only ever been there for a drink like once or twice. I mean, it's a pretty rad place, but it's just, where I'm from, it's just a bit of a bitch to get to. I really want one time I should really like get accommodation on the other side of Melbourne somewhere and just do all the places I want to do on the east side and not have to worry about coming back home. See, this weekend I'm thinking about going to. I want to do West Side Ale Works because I've got a voucher for there, and I just want to go there since they've got the new ownership, just to see how much it's changed. They have awesome pizza too, by the way. And while I'm there, I thought I'll check out Pirate Life again because I always enjoy Pirate Life's limiteds, and they're within proximity of West Side. You've also got Brewmanity, who's ran by David Neitz, one of my favourite Demons footballers from back in the day. One of the best views in the city. They're always got some decent beers going. They do some good Oktoberfest lagers and stuff. So, yeah, I feel like it'd be a good day to go to those three breweries. I want to do the Starwood whiskey tour as well, which is in that same area, but it's pretty shit. They're only allowing people to do it if you're in a pair or more. And it's like, well, I travel from the country. I'm by myself. I just want to do the tour. I just want to join a tour as a one. Like, just let me do it. Yeah. Now, live's always been my thing. And quite often I'll take the laptop in my bag just in case. I did a live stream from Pirate Life one time and it did really well. The only thing is it got a heap of trolls. But yeah, I feel like if I go to West Side Aleworks, I'm going to set up the laptop there and do a little stream. You just need to be able to have Wi-Fi to make it work. Yeah, I just don't have the camera set up to do like proper vlogs where I'm walking around and all that sort of shit. When I was cleaning, Joey, I actually found a pretty funny hat in the bedroom, like in the spare bedroom. It was a a Budweiser hat. It's like the real big red hat, just with Bud written. It reminds me of Forrest Gump. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, brother. I'm on a coffee croissant dessert beer, my lad, in my very busy garage project class. I've had quite a few garage project beers lately. It's been good. They've always been one of my favourite breweries, but unfortunately, they contract brew now in Australia, and I don't want their Australian contract stuff. I want their real shit from New Zealand. So it's like you don't really know what you're getting. With certain limited editions, it's like I know they're from New Zealand, so I'll go for them. But there's certain beers, it's like, I don't want just some apprentice kid that works for another brewery doing garage project beers for me. Yeah, fucking oath. That's what'll be good if me and Juzzy do that Irish pub thing. Juzzy's good with like doing just the live camera because he's so used to it. So it'll work real well. It'll be easy for me because I think most of the time I'll be the one talking about the beers and shit, and yeah, it'll be a good night out. Let's pour some more, shall we? I can definitely tell it's 10%. It's going to my head a little. If you're still there, Steve, did you see my latest chug? You would have been a fan. How's that West Coast going, Paul? I want some fucking Paul homebrews to try. If there's any homebrews out there I want to try, it is Beer Man, Paul, and probably Rob from England, as in Mr. B. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Yeah, for sure. He's dabbled a little bit in the craft beer and really enjoyed it. So yeah, the night that he come and hung out with me at Carwin Cellars when we met for the first time, he was really enjoying some of the beers, and he said he's got certain beers at home and really enjoyed them. So yeah, I just reckon that a lot of the contract stuff One thing I noticed too, dude, is their web shop that's based in Collingwood. I used to buy a lot from them. A lot of the cans were spoiled. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but yeah, you'd quite often get cans, and I felt like they were. I don't know. I was drinking hazies that just tasted like they were spoiled too often, so I stopped ordering from them. But when their impies are like these huge, like 12 complex malts and featuring this and featuring that, it's like they're fucking elite. Like they're so good. And like their top shelf hazies are phenomenal. But I do feel the Valley series isn't as good as what it was. And the happy beers, I reckon, have fallen away. The last three happy beers just weren't on the same page as, like, they even did a collab with Daya and one with someone else that was decent. And they were just average beers, like nothing special. But the original happy beers, like, I mean, they've done them with like Firestone Walker and some big fucking names out there, and they've absolutely killed it. But yeah, I don't know. Still get the occasional stuff from them, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I love these guys. But so yeah, at the moment in the fridge, generally the most featured breweries in the fridge are Mountain Culture, Banks, Range, Garage Project. That would probably be the main like four, or Boat Rocker sometimes. But at the moment, the brewery that's got the most in there, oh yeah, you'd probably say Future and Bracket would be up there too. But yeah, the brewery that features the most at the moment's One Drop. I think I've got about probably 11 or 12 One Drop beers in there, which is, yeah, pretty cool. A good mix as well. There's like a Pilsner, there's two Stouts, there's West Coast IPA, there's a hazy, and then there's about 5 or 6 fruit sours. So yeah, I'll have another sip and let you know what I'm getting. I mean, it hasn't really changed that much. The coffee's still kicking my ass. It'll probably keep me awake, this beer. It's like I've got to get up at 4 a.m. and I'll be like, fuck, get to sleep, you dickhead. So yeah, the coffee's still massive, like roasty, bitter. I would say the coffee sort of got that more of that South American quality, like it's more of that sort of like roasty chocolate bitter coffee. We were talking about different coffees the other day on a stream, and I was saying how you sort of get that South American type, or you get that more like African. I feel like the African ones seem a bit more like berry forward or earthy. The South American ones seem like they're more sort of roasty and like notes of chocolate and whatever else. Here he is, Conda. Cohen, that's it. I forgot your name. That was funny before, dude. You just popped up in my shorts, and I'm like, oh, who's this guy? It's Henry. And it says, but some of the shit you were saying, you sounded like you were Aussie. I'm like, this is hilarious. Good to see you, brother. I'm probably overdoing it with the old ST on the chugs, but I don't give a fuck because I absolutely love them and I get a lot of like enjoyment out of doing it. I was listening to some of their stuff today, dude. One thing you'll find is the first song on every album is an absolute banger. The more and more I hear Chokehold, it's probably like it would be in my top 10 now, I reckon. And yeah, the Ascensionism just gets better and better every time I hear it. You make me wish I could disappear. God, I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow. I would just kick on and have ales all night and get people up here and get pissed up. Just talk absolute shit. Cheers, Henry. Henry is one of the greatest YouTube marketing gurus out there. I love him. So yeah, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, peeps, go for it. No need to ask people to subscribe because everyone here is a subscriber. I feel quite often when I get new people come in, I work my magic and I'm able to get them to subscribe. But it's probably a bit harder when you go live trying to get new subscribers. That's probably part of the reason why the shorts can be good. You can gain some people through that avenue. Yeah. Yeah, every now and then you just had particular words in the delivery. It was like you sound Aussie. Cheers, Simo. Good to see you, brother. I'm on a 10%er, bro, on a school night. I had a pretty sort of a somewhat stressful day today, just dealing with fuckwits, not at work, sort of outside of work, more on the home front. So yeah, I've just had the one beer tonight, a big 10% dessert stout. It's yeah, a good little nightcap. Yeah, true that, Phil. Yeah. I'll give you some zingers. You got to use cobber. Cheers, cobber. and a good sentence to use is "We're not here to fuck spiders." That's a brilliant one. Yeah, when you mentioning names, like say Harry, for example. Don't say Harry, say Hazza, and like Sharon would be Shazza. Like you just pretty much everything's got an A on the end or a Z Z A. It's weird. But yeah, there's so many words we use to like shorten stuff. Like brekkie instead of breakfast, Macca's instead of McDonald's. Um, yeah, the list goes on and on. I could probably give you a good like. There's a video out there on YouTube where Margot Robbie, everyone knows Margot Robbie, good Aussie girl. She does like some Aussie lingo just to make people aware of like Aussie lingo. It's a video on YouTube. It's pretty funny. I'm probably losing them because I swear and yeah, cobber's a good one. Shaggers, yep. Your root rat. Yeah, and quite often, like people will say, instead of just saying yes or no, they'll go, "Oh yeah, nah," or "Nah, yeah." So you don't know what the fuck they're going on about. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a popular one. It's such an offensive word, but in Australia we use it as like a term of endearment. Like, yeah, one of your mates, you'd be like, "Oh, hey, you going, you sick cunt? I haven't seen you for ages." if you said that shit in like I don't know, like in America, like 20 years ago or something, they'd be like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Oh man, everyone knows Barbie, like barbecue. Um, trying to think what else. Jesus, that would be somewhat offensive. Yeah, it's like we just like to put our own spin on shit. Like we have like food chains here. Like for example, Red Rooster. It doesn't just get called Red Rooster. Everyone calls it Red Rooter. Cheers, Matt. Hey, I got it in the fridge, brother. I was actually going to review it tonight. Um, I thought about doing that first and then this, but yeah, I don't know, I had a bit of a rough day and was a bit short on time, so I thought I'll just do this beer. I might do the old popping pills tomorrow. Good to see you, Matt, brother. Yeah, I had a look on the channel because obviously, yeah, it was. When was it first brewed? Maybe 2 years ago. I reckon when it was first brewed, it was in the small can. Now it's in the big fucker. But yeah, massive fan of that beer. I can't. Is it a German Pils or a Czech Pils? Because I thought back in the day it was a Czech Pils. But yeah, they've brought it out during Oktoberfest, so maybe it's German. But yeah, I've got a can of it in the fridge, and yeah, I remember it being like just looking at what's in the fridge at the moment. They're all big cans, so yeah, I'm keen as for it. I remember being a massive fan of the original one. I reckon when the original one come out a couple of years ago, that's when I was really starting to dig like Helles Lager and German Pilsners and Czech Pilsners and all that sort of shit. That's when I was starting to really appreciate lagers again. Prost. I love that. It's such a rad name, like for a Pilsner, just calling it Poppin' Pills. Both. Nah, it's called. It's a lager. I can't remember if it's German or Czech, but it's a Pilsner, and they call it Poppin', so it's known as Poppin' Pills. They're very, very funny with their marketing and stuff, Mountain Culture. They do some good shit. Roto Rooter. So that's funny. It's like a plumbing service to clean up that over overly large dookie. Cheers, Henry. Yeah. Do you know if it's German or Czech, bro? I honestly can't remember. I just thought it was Czech. But yeah, the fact that it's been released now, it might be German. Ooh wee! Nearly finished this beer. I can't be fucked going to work tomorrow. Oh, adulting can really suck at times. Yeah. The worst is when you drink a heap of sour beers. Actually, just mixing beers in general can be pretty insane. When I've gone to beer festivals, it's always like pretty ordinary the next day. Got a few more of the MC Rocky Ridge to go with. Oh yeah, cool. There was one I didn't try. I haven't tried it yet. Was it? What was the last collab they did? Was that the Garage Project one? One of the last collabs they did in the small cans. I still haven't tried. I thought I'll just get it when I see it in a shop, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, that would have been brutal. Yeah. Yeah, I've known a few cleaners that have sort of worked overnights. They'll just go into businesses once they're closed and just do a big cleanup. Like they'll go into like banks and department stores and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, some of them earn some really fucking good money. Yep. Yeah. It's hard to keep up with them all now, dude. Don't know. That is a sick name, though. I like it. Smooth operator. I did I did a short the other day because I had a ginger beer by Garage project called the Zinger, and I had KFC for lunch that day, so I had a Zinger burger with a Zinger drink. So I did a short called "Drinking a Zinger, Eating a Zinger," and yeah, that was the song I had playing in the background. Yeah, yeah, it's like has it come back? Like it's like it's popular again all of a sudden. Every now and then you'll get these songs that just creep up and they're back again and they're popular. It's like they're someone starts playing them on TikTok and then all the sheep follow and yeah, yeah, they're fucking good. My go-to order at KFC, if I really want to go all out and have a decent, like big feed, is the Zinger Stacker box. So it's like a Zinger Stacker, so two big chicken breast fillets. Um, so it's a pretty big burger. And then you get the two pieces of chicken, which can vary in size big time. Sometimes they're good, and then other times they're like this fucking big, like the size of a nugget. And then you get like chips, potato, and gravy and a drink. It's always a good fucking. I don't know. I feel like these days, $20 doesn't really get you very far. But if you spend $20 at KFC, you're full. Whereas $20 at McDonald's and you're still fucking hungry. Yeah. Yeah, that was her name. Where was she from? Yeah. Yeah, and that Kate Bush song. Remember that Kate Bush song? Just all of a sudden come out of nowhere and it was real popular again. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. So many people say KFC in the States is pretty average. In Australia, it's actually pretty good. It's probably one of the best takeaway places just because, I don't know, we don't have a lot of options like you guys do. And KFC, I don't know, I just feel like it's pretty decent here. Yeah, cool. Can't go wrong with a bit of bangers and mash. That's it. Yeah, it was on Stranger Things, wasn't it? That's like Master of Puppets. All of a sudden, young girls were listening to Master of Puppets. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like if you asked, I reckon most Aussies would say that KFC is one of the better ones in Australia. But it's funny, like you ask Americans and most think KFC is shit. Yeah, I noticed that lately. The zingers they've lost that spice. They've gone more of that sort of like towards that crispy route. Yeah, fucking oath. See, I was half tempted to try that Frank's. They've got a new Frank's spicy range at McDonald's. I was nearly going to try that this week. And then I was like, I'm not a big fan of Frank's sauce because it's real vinegar forward. So it's like, I wish they'd gone for another hot sauce. Yeah, that's it. Cheers again, Henry. Hit the old thumbs up, peeps, if you haven't already. Yeah, Bowie is fucking awesome. It's funny, like Bowie was popular, but I still feel he's like underrated. It's almost like there's particular musos out there, like Rush. Rush is a perfect example. I feel like Rush are popular but still underrated at the same time. And I think it's like because they're a bit different and they're very musical, it's almost like you sort of have to have that musical knowledge or passion behind you to appreciate them. And that's what I sort of feel like Bowie was like because he was so like eccentric and out there. It's like just your common person probably didn't really get it or understand it. Nando's, yeah, you don't see that much in Australia. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Only ours is called Hungry Jack's here. Hungry Jack's is fucking awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have them where I live, but there is talk of us getting one. Soon as Hungry Jack's comes to this town, McDonald's is going to be like, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what Red Rooster's always been like in the towns I've lived in. Red Rooter. You're lucky to see fucking 20 people go in and out of the store in a day and they stay open for like 10 years. it's, like, it's like it's a money laundering thing. Yeah. Yeah. Burger King in Australia is called Hungry Jack's because when they first come to Australia, there's already a chain of places called Burger King. So they wanted to get into the Australian market, but they had to change the name. And yeah, it's like you go to Hungry Jack's and it's clearly Burger King. It's got the same fucking logo, just different name, and they've got Whoppers and same sort of phrases and stuff. Cheers, Bill. Good to see you, brother. I feel like the coffee's getting stronger. Jesus. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I could agree with that. Yeah. When quite often, I mean, when I go to Melbourne, I try to have like different ethnic foods and rad burgers or pizzas or just stuff that's going to really excite me. But if I'm just hanging around near like Southern Cross Station waiting to get home, I'm fucking going to Hungry Jack's every day of the week. It's fucking awesome. I've got it is a coffee croissant dessert stout, dude. So it's by Garage Project out of Wellington, New Zealand, and they've paired up with this GLOU or GLOU. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's a bakery that does like all different sort of desserty stuff. And they've got actual croissants in the brew. And then they're paired up with a coffee place as well. They were called uh, Coffee Supreme. So they've got their coffee in the beer, and it's a good beer. Like the coffee is fucking amazing. The other notes are good, but I feel like the coffee's just too much. And that's what's sort of stopping the beer from being like that elite level. Like it's good, it's really good, but just Garage Project standards with their big impy stouts, it's like this isn't quite at that level because generally they're well back in the day, especially a lot of their stouts are world class. So yeah, like if I was to score it, I'm still going to give it a good score, but it could be a lot higher. I'd probably say I'd probably go a 4.4 or a 4.5. It's around that mark somewhere. But a lot of garage project stouts similar to this, I'll like give like 4.75, 4.8. I've even given a couple of fives. So yeah, it's like 4.4, 4.5 might still sound like a really good score, but yeah, it's like I've just sort of marked it down because the coffee's amazing, but it just overshadows everything else. You're still getting like this caramel fudge, this vanilla, like dark chocolate, yeah, like a sort of like a pastry, biscuity, buttery sort of thing, but they're in the background. The coffee's too intense. And yeah, it's 10%, so it doesn't taste boozy at all, but I can definitely feel it in the old noggin. Yeah, I know in Melbourne there was definitely a few Burger Kings as well as Hungry Jacks. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like in my hometown, the KFC is probably one of the best in Australia. But in the town I live in now, that's like an hour away from my hometown, the KFC here is real shit. But the McDonald's is really good. Like it's just weird how it works. Yeah, it's definitely decent, dude. It's just too coffee forward though. Yeah, I definitely remember Burger King in the heart of Melbourne, like in Swanson Street there. There was a Burger King not far away from Flinders Street Station. It's all changed that area now. There's a big train station there. Now you can get from the Shrine of Remembrance through to North Melbourne. I don't know if it's open yet, but that's what the train stations are going to be, which is pretty cool because sometimes to get from the south to the north was a real pain in the ass. Yeah, exactly. You make a very good point. Yeah, a bit of age on this and the coffee dies down a bit. Yeah, that'd be really good then. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I still haven't had that Abbott's Reserve you gave me, dude. I was going to review it with some people, so it's just been sitting in the fridge waiting. Yeah. Oh, I better wrap it up. It's fucking. I got to get up in 4 hours time. Lucky I had a sleep earlier. So yeah, once all the shit went down and people left the house today, I had a bit of a lay down and ended up sleeping for about 3 hours. So I'm only getting 4 hours sleep now, but because I've already had 3 hours or whatever, it probably won't be too bad. Cool. Yeah, nap time. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. As I said, yeah, probably I'll say 4.45 just to go in between 4.4 and 4.5. If you're a coffee fan, I'd say still go for it because it's a great beer. But yeah, just everything that it says that it's got is there, but the coffee just overshadows everything. As Bill said, maybe get it, hold on to it for 6 months, and let the coffee die down, and probably be a fucking fantastic beer then. But yeah, just the one beer review tonight. Tomorrow night might be the same because I've got a training day on Friday that I've got to be alert for. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens. If I start early, might be right. At least with this training day, it doesn't start till 8 o'clock. It's better than going to work at fucking 4:30. So yeah. Cheers to everyone that's joined in. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, and then Friday night after the course, I'll probably do some one drop beers. I reckon we'll make a night of it. I'm out of here. Hit the like if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers, peeps.